Hi. All right, so this video is going to be about how to use the toolbar within the Zoom meeting. And so once you're in your meeting, there are a couple of different tools here that are really helpful. So mute is obviously you unmute yourself. You can also go into the audio settings if you need to test your mic or you need to change things around. You can do that within here. This little button is helpful. Press and hold space key to temporarily unmute yourself. That enables folks to go in and just use their space bar to mute and unmute. Stop video would just mean I don't want you to see me right for a minute, and so I'm going to stop the video. And I have it set up in my own Zoom account so that my Bitmoji comes up, and I did that by just inserting an image. Otherwise, it just shows your profile name. So there are also some other settings that you can play around in here, but that's pretty straightforward. Okay, so we are going to go. Security is if you want people to wait in the waiting room, if you want participants to be able to share their screen or rename themselves or any of that kind of thing, then you can manage that in security. In the participants tab, then it pulls up a list of participants. So if I had multiple people, I would see those all here. And the nice thing about this is I can mute everybody and it will say, okay, do you want them to be able to unmute themselves? If I don't want my kids to be able to unmute themselves, I uncheck that, and then I'm the only one who can unmute them. I pretty much leave that checked, but if you have a group that's just really tricky, then you can do that. And that is really helpful for when they get a little bit antsy, right? And then there's other settings in here that you can play around with. The nice thing too is that I can mute individuals. So I can pull this up, and if I just need to mute somebody's camera, you are having some issues, I can mute those things here, or I can rename them, or I can edit their profile picture, or they can do those things there. Okay, and then the nice thing too is that they can do these little audience participation things. I don't know how much you would use those, but if they go to the participant list and it has everybody up, if I ask a yes/no question, they can check. Or if they need me to go slower about something, or if I can pick it up, they use that. Like I said, I don't know how much you would use that with your kiddos, but they can also do thumbs up, thumbs down, claps, coffee, like I'm taking a little break, or I'm away from my computer right now. So then when you want that gone, you just click on participants again. The next feature is the chat bar. And this can be really helpful just if you want people to be able to participate in a chat. And you can manage that too by clicking on these little dots. You can set it up so that there is no chat feature, so they can't chat with anyone, or that they can only chat with you and you're the only one who sees it, or that they can chat with everyone publicly, or that they can chat with everyone publicly and privately. And so you can decide how you want to manage that. You can also set it up so that the chat is always up and it's merged to the meeting window. So then that way, just like my screen changed, the chat would always be there. And so some people do that when they have big groups so that people don't have to find the chat. Sharing your screen is really important because you want to be able to do it correctly. So you can share your screen and you see all my options up here, right? I can share my whole desktop, and then that way participants can see everything on my desktop, including the video stream. I can do a whiteboard, or I showed some of you how you can use your iPhone to be like a document camera if you want to. I don't think they have that function with Android phones. Or the one I use the most is sharing just a window. So if I only want you to be able to see that one window, then I'm going to do that, and you see you can only see that one window. And then when I'm done sharing, I'm going to go down to this stop share, and then it just takes me back to my video. Polling is if I want to ask a question. I can ask a yes or no kind of question. I could add a question. And then they can, it's lagging for me right now, of course, because I'm trying to do so many things. But then I could put in a yes or no question and have them jump on. and have a question.